Kim Soo Hyun has become one of the biggest names in the Korean entertainment industry over the years. Although he's in the spotlight 24/7, there might be a few shocking things you probably don't know about him. To start off, did you know Soo Hyun actually tried to become a professional bowler? Most people would think that's incredibly strange because nowadays that just seems so unlike him. It turns out bowling isn't just a simple hobby for him, it actually used to be one of his greatest passions. His love for the sport ignited back in 2013 after he spent a fun day at the bowling alley with his friends. Ever since, he's been bowling in his spare time. In 2016, he even advanced to the second round of preliminaries during a professional bowling tryout. In an episode of Infinite Challenge, he showed off his very own bowling equipment and blew the audience away with his impressive skills. During the episode, he expressed his fondness for the sport, explaining that in bowling, the primary competition is against oneself, which is something he really likes since he gets to challenge himself. Apparently, Soo Hyun got so obsessed with bowling to the point that people around him started to call him a bowling maniac. It's said that he was spotted bowling even while he was on military leave, proving that it was serious for him to be in that bowling alley. Another interesting fact is that Soo Hyun faced plastic surgery allegations when he was still a rookie. In 2013, Soo Hyun became a huge hit all over the globe because of his lead role in My Love from the Star. During this time, a Chinese media outlet claimed that he's had multiple plastic surgeries. According to their publication, Soo Hyun was the best example of a perfect industry product made through plastic surgery. This sparked a heated debate among netizens as people started discussing whether he actually got anything done. The situation got so out of hand that Soo Hyun decided to speak up about it himself. He firmly dismissed the rumors and claimed they were totally groundless. A reporter came up to him and asked, "Many South Korean celebrities get plastic surgery. Have you done it too?" Quite taken aback by the question, Soo Hyun replied with, "Not all Korean celebrities undergo plastic surgery. I'm still young, so I don't need it." Although Soo Hyun tried his best to turn the rumors down, some netizens still felt iffy about it. When Soo Hyun first entered the industry, he received much criticism for his appearance as viewers claimed he just didn't have the face of a famous person. He used to receive backlash for most of his features, especially for his seemingly big nose. Over the years, he started looking a bit different, which naturally raised suspicion. Some people even claim that Soo Hyun only made it big in showbiz because of the fact that he went under the knife. It's never been confirmed whether he actually underwent surgery though, but considering most actors do, it wouldn't be too far-fetched. Another interesting fact is that at the beginning of his career, most producers and directors weren't keen to work with him because they supposedly worried about a potential scandal. Although Soo Hyun is one of the highest paid actors in the industry now, it's said that industry officials weren't always too happy to give him the job, especially in his rookie days. Reportedly, his manager got stressed anytime Soo Hyun had to do an interview because he had a tendency to be very reckless with his words, saying anything that came to his mind without a filter. While some media training can help prevent that, it also requires a bit of discipline, which Soo Hyun seemingly lacked at the time. However, as he'd become more skilled with handling interviews, the amount of acting offers also increased. What you also might not know about him is that he actually had it pretty rough when he was a kid, since he was raised by a single mom as his father abandoned him and his mother when he was very young. Soo Hyun's father is Kim Soo Hyun, the lead singer of the 80s band Seven Dolphins. He wasn't present in Soo Hyun's childhood at all since he left them pretty early on. It's reported that Soo Hyun's parents got divorced because his father was cheating. He had an affair with another woman whom he started a family with right after he left Soo Hyun and his mother. As a result of this whole ordeal, the two really struggled financially, as Soo Hyun's mother could barely make ends meet on her own. They lived in a rented house, and Soo Hyun barely had enough money to take his mandatory exams. When finances were tight, he used to go to the convenience store during school hours to buy himself small pieces of bread because he couldn't afford a proper lunch. When things were looking up a bit, he'd buy himself tonkatsu rice at the school cafeteria as a treat. To make matters worse, Soo Hyun's father tried using his son's fame to promote his music even after abandoning him. He released a solo album right at the time Soo Hyun was having his big breakthrough in the acting scene. He even expressed his wish to see his son again, which people assumed was a strategy to promote his album. Now that we're on the topic of complicated family ties, did you know that Soo Hyun actually has a sister who's also active in the entertainment industry? That's right, and the crazy part is that Soo Hyun himself didn't know this for the longest time either. Just like the rest of the world, he found out about this through media reports in 2015. It turns out his sister is Kim Juna, who appeared appeared on Produce 101 and debuted with the high society OST How Do I Live Without You. During her debut, media outlets started linking her to Soo Hyun, making them the talk of the country. The news became a hot topic right after Juna's soundtrack was released, which was very convenient timing. Netizens were accusing Juna of using her brother to gain more recognition and promote her OST. After the news broke out that Soo Hyun allegedly had a sibling, fans were incredibly confused, since he had never mentioned having a sister before. To clear things up, Soo Hyun's agency released an official statement writing, "It is true that Kim Juna is Kim Soo Hyun's half-sister, but we know that they never lived together." Not only did they not live together, it seems like they also weren't in contact, because Soo Hyun wasn't even aware of the fact that she was training to become a singer. After all the chaos unfolded, Juna spoke up about her feelings regarding the reports. She was deeply hurt by the fact that people were speaking ill of her family. She also let the world know she wasn't using her brother and that she actually tried to show the world she could make it without anyone's help. To say things are complicated within their family is an understatement. What many fans aren't aware of either is that Soo Hyun also really struggled health-wise growing up. It's reported that in his 3rd year of high school, Soo Hyun randomly fainted, worrying everyone around him. This was pretty alarming, so he got it checked immediately, and it turned out he had a heart disease. This continued to be a problem for the rest of his life, as it even affected his mandatory military service. He had to undergo an examination to see if he was even fit enough to enlist, because he had to get heart surgery because of his condition. He was initially assigned to public service duty but insisted on undergoing a re-examination, ultimately being approved for combat duty. Another very little known fact about Soo Hyun is that he reportedly had a short relationship with Girls' Generation's Yoona. It's rumored that the two had a very short-lived relationship between 2011 and 2012, and Soo Hyun was actually the one who was interested in her first. There's not much we know about their alleged time together, but it's safe to say netizens don't have many good things to say about it. Numerous online posts claim that reporters tried to get information out of Yoona about this supposed relationship. Allegedly, she revealed some details and claimed it was an overall bad experience because Soo Hyun wasn't at his best at the time. According to these rumors, Yoona was the one who put an end to their relationship because she simply couldn't stand his behavior anymore. It was never revealed what Soo Hyun did to push her over the edge though, and the relationship was also never publicly confirmed. Whether all of this is true or not is up for debate, but netizens continue to bring this up a lot online. Speaking of relationships, did you know Soo Hyun is rumored to be dating Kim Soo Hyun? She's known to be highly controversial because she practically vanished from the entertainment industry after multiple career-ruining scandals. The public still has its back turned on her after her DUI incident and underage drinking claims. The internet went up in flames on March 24th of this year when Soo Hyun posted a picture of the two pressing their faces together. Realizing the chaos that this picture might cause, she quickly deleted it, but it was already way too late. Netizens started theorizing that Soo Hyun was trying to salvage her career by showing that she's still hanging out with some of the biggest actors in the industry. Others were convinced the two are an item, and that Soo Hyun posted this picture because she was jealous of Soo Hyun's chemistry with Kim Ji Won in Queen of Tears. Soo Hyun was shunned by the public for quote-unquote ruining his career by hanging around him, but things took a turn when people realized how problematic their hangout actually was. If the two really are romantically involved like some people suspect, that would definitely be a bit strange. This has everything to do with the large age gap between the two. Soo Hyun is actually 12 years her senior and even knew her since she was a child. There's an old picture of the two when Soo Hyun was still a rookie, and the age difference couldn't be more obvious. No one knows for sure if something actually went down between them, but the public doesn't like the idea of it.